We've spent little to no money on traditional advertising. We are a little bit different than most brands or t-shirt brands. We do not sell to retail stores, and we release products weekly, sometimes twice a week, which means that's a lot of ideas we need to come up with. We know we're going to do our Valentine's Day shirts, our St. Patrick's Day shirts. Basically, anytime we have a reason to celebrate, we are going to do that, but through the art of t-shirts. And if we have time, we're going to remix that even further. To give you an example, last year for St. Patrick's Day, we did a Pot of Gold Cupcake and Crossbones t-shirt. And I chose to take a financial risk by giving those away for free. So the only way you could get that t-shirt was to physically find me like a leprechaun or a pot of gold. And I would illegally hide in people's bushes around Back Bay in Boston. And people came out and found me. And the more weird it is, the better. But even though I took a financial loss giving those away for free, it would be physically impossible for you to not share the story of how you got that limited edition t-shirt if you found a little bearded dude in a stranger's bush. We release a lot of stuff, and we pull inspiration from everywhere, from a lot of nostalgia. We do a lot of reactive marketing. So if somebody's winning a championship, if Drake has a Hotline Bling song, we need to do a Cupcake Bling t-shirt in 24 hours. For the past 17 years of being in business, we've spent little to no money on traditional advertising. It's mostly been these bizarre adventures through t-shirts, whether it's through the packaging, the storytelling, any way we can make memories around merchandise. And by doing that, our customers are always saying, hey, I got this shirt from this weird guy in a bush dressed up as a leprechaun, or I had to wait in line to buy this. We did a breakfast themed t-shirt once that you can only buy during breakfast hours. When you start a t-shirt brand, it's so attractive to make more than just t-shirts, because you want to prove to the world that you're not just another t-shirt brand. But basically, we had to order these water bottles, and we had to order 1,000 or 2,000 of them in order to get something custom made. We got them in, they sold okay, but they were not a big seller. So I came up with an idea. Let's have a contest. We'll call it the Johnny Cupcakes Water Bottle Contest. And you could win a $500 gift card. The only way you have to participate is just by submitting a video of what you can do with a Johnny Cupcakes water bottle. What was great about this is people were making content for us, and the only way that they could be a part of this contest is to buy a water bottle. All of a sudden, we did not have to discount those water bottles. We could sell them at full price. We sold through them really quickly once we launched this contest. I've personally done over 500 pop-up shops around the world. And 99% of those, I have not paid any rent for. Besides my t-shirts, I have not paid for physical spaces. I will utilize social media, and I'll say, hey, I'm going to do a tour around the US, or I'm heading to Japan, or I'm heading to Hawaii. Let me know if you want me to do a pop-up shop at your house or your work or your office. I'll go anywhere. So I've done pop-up shops, from someone's backyard barbecue to Facebook's headquarters to an art gallery. And what they get out of it is they love that we're going in, we're going to be delivering photos, video, we're going to help cross-market. And then we're also bringing probably a couple hundred Johnny Cupcakes customers that live in their state or country who have been following the brand over the years. So it is a true partnership where everybody does get something out of the whole deal, and it's been very special, and it's really that easy, being a people person. Of course, maybe if you have no followers and you're just starting a brand and you want to do this, it might be a little bit tough, but you can say to someone, hey, if I can do a pop-up shop in your space, I'll give you 20%, 30%, 50% of whatever we make that day. I think in the early stages, you might have to adapt a little bit that way. But you can always barter products. And if it's someone at a university that's having a frat party that's like, hey, if you'll hook my friends up with some shirts and you just need a space, we'll do that. So little trades, it's like an old fashioned way of doing business from the 1920s. Just people would barter. They would share spices and keep on trucking. And
I love that. Great suggestions there. A lot of different creative ways. And I like that you problem solve that through a number of different ways that you can conduct business, so that there's really no excuse for you. If you want to get out there, even if you don't have a social media following, that you can barter and trade your way into it. Just make it a win-win situation for both parties and you're going to have something.